Shemai GTA fans, the Fister Comet is on sale for 60 grand. It's a bargain. If you don't own any Comets right now, then I'm just saying purchase it. It should be discount of the week, but it's not. The Benny's upgrade is a discount of the week, which will cost you a further 387 grand or something. So this one in the middle is the Benny's version, which is the retro custom, and that is 450 altogether if you include the price of the Comet. You've also got the Safari on the not prize ride on the podium. They're all excellent must-have vehicles for different reasons, but these two are quite similar in performance, the Fister Comet and the Comet Retro Custom. We're going to talk about the Comet today and see how we can upgrade this vehicle. And this is, I think it's based on the 997 maybe, so maybe it's not. But it's based on a more recent Porsche 911. So all the armor's upgraded. This is the first car that probably the first sports car that I bought in this entire game, because if you don't own any sports cars, this is the one to purchase for 60 grand. It's a bargain, and I would buy two. I'd buy one and I'd make a retro custom, and one I'd do keep as this. So we've done all of these upgrades. I'm just going to show you a few differences. So this is a stock exhaust. This is a dual shotgun. You know what? I'm going to go dual shotgun just to be different, but either look great. There's not a lot of customization on this, but you can make a super awesome build, and I think a lot of the super awesomeness comes from the colour. So we've got a metallic paint on. We're going to stick with metallic. Actually, let's look at matte paints just to show you what they look like. They look pretty badass. But for me, a Porsche 911 experience is really... you could do this. It looks awesome, and that's for other people, I think. Maybe just not for me. For me, I think it's got to be either a classic paint or it's going to be a metallic. So we're going to go for a metallic today. And red is the ideal. We're not going to beat red. We're not going to beat that as a Porsche 911 experience. Red metallic with black seats. It's a classic. That's why I did it. But as you saw, we already went for orange. So sunrise orange is excellent for the Porsche. But as it's a classic, this is a classic kind of car. It's either the bright orange, this is a yellowish colour, or it's going to be a straight yellow. Maybe not race yellow, but I think... Let's go back to that bright orange. I think the yellow is the one to go for today. Just going to pick it for now. Oh, one other thing I was thinking about was... I was thinking about this. Yeah, that is a modern looking car. I think you will agree. Why have I just picked race yellow though? When I could pick... It looks so good in lime green. With the blacked out windows. Oh, sorry guys, it's got to be. That's just wasting money there. I hope you're not following this exactly. Pearlescent. We have a lime green pearlescent, but I might just pick a white, just so that we don't see the lime green coming through for any secondary colour. But I don't think there's a secondary colour. So frost white. We don't need. This is not essential by any means. Oh, black looks quite good, but let's pick a white. Okay, that's primary colour. We don't even have any secondary colours. We can put a crew emblem on. We're not going to do that. Wow, that's how long ago this is. So we got a roll cage in. I don't, this is this is probably one of my first customizations, first or second. Why did I put a roll cage in? No, don't put a roll cage in it. Obviously, race build. GT wing. It's a bit limited with spoilers, to be quite honest. I'm stuck between the high level and the GT wing. But the high level looks great. That is more of a classic build. But the reason why I'm not going to go for it is this lip here. I think you need the option of, rather than stock spoiler, you want the zero spoiler. But I think GT wing is still the best one. Suspension is competition. Let's see what stock is. There we go. Transmission turbo is all done. Now wheels. Wheel type. So if it's your first build, as in you've not got a great deal of money, the Inferno looks brilliant, but we've got this white kind of edge into it. I think we can do better than that, as my friend Sharkar would say. Oh, look at that. The Loz Speed Mark V. What is that? The diamond cut. I've not used these in ages. The diamond cut, that looks great. Only 8 grand as well. The Mercy, I mean that's only 5 grand. There's some really cheap wheels in here. And the Endo V, you know, I quite like some of these. And the black is looking superb. 5 grand. Well, Ulza, the sport wheels. You know, I've not been messing with these ones in a long time. The Wangan, there's some really good rims. I mean, I always go for the recent ones, but I think I'm going to go with the Ulza. That is classic. It really is. Tyres. So tyre enhancement, bulletproof tyres you're going to need. And we're going to go with the stock tyres because I don't think that enhances a great deal about it. Tyre smoke. We've not got a tyre smoke. That's how long ago this is one of my first builds before I could afford tyre smoke. I knew tyre smoke existed, but it was too expensive. Let's go for a green. No, let's go for red. It contrasts. We're going to have a flash of red. Okay. Windows. You've got to go limo, I think. But here's what it looks like without. But limo for this build, excellent. Where build one other thing that I don't normally do, but I did with this build, neon kit, neon colour. So we've got full neons with pink. You want a purple or a backlight? So backlight is classic. I'm going to go with that. As we have a neon. What other lights? Oh, where's the headlights? Oh, we've not got xenons. We may as well put xenons in, as we've got the neons. So let's exit and let's have a look at our build. I mean, this is a good value build. It's pretty cheap to build. If you're paying 60 grand, look at it. It's amazing. That looks as good as the SR variant. I mean, the SR has some more customization and is excellent, and the SR performance-wise is far better, massively. But you look at the difference between these two. You're looking at the race seats you've got in the retro custom. I mean, the retro custom, it just looks overall a better experience, doesn't it? Look at all these details on it. But this is a classic as well. I think having both is the ideal because sometimes I just want something that looks like classic Porsche. So let's put the lights on. Let's have a look at the lights. There we go. Very nice build, very nice build. Look at that. I think the lime green was the right one. The engine, this is a rear-wheel drive, like a Porsche, and the engine sounds supreme. But you're just going to enjoy doing power slides driving around, he says. What is that? You can see I've not been practicing. I've been practicing with the Comet Safari. I've been driving that just now, rather than the retro. I was driving a retro yesterday. Mighty fine car, mighty fine. But for 60 grand, it's a must-have, it's an essential. I'd buy two. One to convert to the retro now or at a later date when you have the cash, and one to keep because it's a recommended car. It's a Porsche. If you don't like Porsches, you might not want to buy it. It's not in the sports class. You're not going to be racing it and being competitive in any way because it's the sports class. It's already filled up to the max with brilliant cars that drive super fast. But if you just want to drive around and look swank in a classic, nice looking Porsche, this is the one to do, and it's great value as well. What was that? I just spun out on a bump. It's so much fun. Just messing out. I'm going to go in the tunnel. Bit of tunnel action, anyone? Yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to. It is a classic. Getting away now. I think the Comet Retro, maybe that's easier to drive. No, it probably isn't. I mean, they're both deaf cars, aren't they? They drive. The handling's a bit tricky. You've got to get used to it. I meant to do that. I mean, you want to use a bit of handbrake, but I'm a bit wary to use the handbrake in the corners because of the pure amount of spin, the pure joy I'm getting from this car. Let's do a stunt. You can't avoid doing a stunt when you get to this stage. You'd think I'd be able to do that. Oh, I did do it. Completed. Come on, get away, man. So this is definitely in the top 10 Porsches. There's only 10 Porsches. But for value, it doesn't get any better. When you're going to spend 100 grand on your full customization. So I'd say build it up over time. That's what I did with this exact car. I spent money on the engine tuning first and worked my way up to turbos and things to get the best out of it. And eventually you'll end up with the dream car. And actually, maybe I should show you my Porsche garage while I'm around in this neck of the woods. It's nice. You get used to it. It's a good car to drive. And as these appear on the map quite often, it's good to learn how to drive it because it's one of the best free roam cars in the game. And why else would you buy it? Because it's awesome. I mean, if you're not a fan of Porsches, you might. Whoa, look at that guy. You might not want to buy it, right? If you're not a fan of Porsches, fair enough. You know, there are other cars in the game. If you've got the criminal starter pack, there are loads. Like the Omnis, I'd say, is a better car, easier car to drive. Definitely better experience to drive. If you've got the criminal starter pack, you get it for free. But this, I mean, it's excellent. In the world of Porsches and just having fun out there, it's a win. And let's have a look at the Porsche garage, see how it compares to the rest. So here is the SR right next to it. You see what you can do with that, mighty fine. But they look very similar. I mean, your plebs wouldn't notice a difference of what you've done there. Bit of difference in the headlight detailing. And then, yeah, there's my second. You see, as I've bought 2 Comet Retro Customs, I like them that much. And there's all the other ones, like the SR. The only thing is, this is a nice car. The Growler, that is excellent. So, yeah, if you want to complete your Porsche garage, and for some reason you don't have it, which you will have, guaranteed, then purchase it. But yeah, I'll leave it up to you guys. I've told you everything you need to know. Drop a like and a subscribe if you found this useful. But overall, I think you will enjoy this car if you purchase it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day if you are playing Das GTA. Let's go.